Hey, what's going on you guys? StrangeLuv here, and I'm here to break down the Death Comes for All Darksiders 2 gameplay trailer that was just released a couple days ago. But first I'm going to let you watch the trailer all the way through in its entirety, and then I'll go ahead and do the breakdown. But if you want to skip straight to the breakdown part of this video, go ahead and click the annotation on the screen and it'll take you straight to the breakdown. So without further ado, here's the trailer, and I hope you guys enjoy this video. Thanks so much for watching.
Mankind is no more. A casualty of the eternal war between angels and demons. But in the realms where those beings dwell, man still has one last hope. The most feared of the four horsemen of the apocalypse. Only death can account for the sins of the past and undo mankind's extinction. But at what price?
Sometimes the hero dies. Then so be it.
Now that you've had the chance to see the trailer, let's get into the breakdown. At the beginning of the trailer, we see what's left of Earth after the apocalypse hits. And then we see the return of an important character from the first Darksiders, Uriel. After being cut off from heaven, she's left to roam around Earth seeking revenge on War, who she thinks is responsible for the untimely demise of her love interest, Abaddon. Abaddon is responsible for starting the End War that got War in trouble in the first place, so, as punishment, he had to take over Hell's armies as the Destroyer. Once Uriel finds out all this about Abaddon, she ends up changing her mind and helping out War in the end, so we'll have to wait and see if she can be of any help to Death. Next we see the two Serpent Guardians pulling the Eternal Throne, which floats through the Abyss, and the Abyss is pretty much like the Underworld. And we know that Death has to travel here to try and talk to the Lord of Bones in an attempt to restore the human race on Earth and to clear his brother War's name for the responsibility of Armageddon, so this is going to be one of the main areas in the game. And then we're presented with yet another very important character from the first Darksiders, Samael. Now, Samael is a very powerful demon. He was sentenced to eternal imprisonment, but in the first game, when you play as War, you end up freeing Samael from his prison, and he makes a deal with War to help him as long as War goes and does some chores for him by killing the Chosen, getting their hearts. So we'll have to see what he has to do with Death in this whole situation in Darksiders 2. Now, after Samael, we see a series of interesting clips where you see Death fighting War, or at least what looks like War, but it's not actually War, because as you can see, this War is evil and black, and he's probably just some possessed puppet replica being used to test Death's abilities, a lot like Shadow Link or Dark Link, and we know that this game got a lot of influence from Zelda, so it wouldn't be surprising if they put the same sort of element in this game. But we can be pretty safe in saying that Death doesn't actually have to fight his brother War, at least not in this scene. Next, we see a member of the Maker's race in the Forge Land, a big skeletal giant, and a very powerful angel, which brings us back to Samael, who says something very interesting.
Sometimes the hero dies.
This happens to be the exact same line that he says to War in the first game.
Careful, or your ending will be a tragic one. Sometimes the hero dies in the end. Then so be it.
The next part of the trailer gives us a tiny glimpse of Death's chaos form, and we get to see his agility and badass fighting skills. We also get a good look at Despair, which is Death's beautifully decomposed turquoise horse, who's gonna come in very handy when navigating this gigantic world. It's supposed to be 4 times the size of the first Darksiders. The trailer wraps up with a glimpse of the Wailing Host, which is one of the early boss fights in the game. Death cheats on Despair with a little bit of griffin riding action, and we're reminded one last time that death comes for all as we see the Guardian construct from the Maker's Realm. And that, my friends, concludes this breakdown for the gameplay trailer for Darksiders 2. I hope you're all as excited for this game as I am. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for plenty more Darksiders 2 videos on the way. And if you're new to the Darksiders series, you can check out my live playthrough of the first Darksiders game. I will put a link on the screen that you can click on and check out those videos. So thanks so much, guys, and until next time, this is StrangeLuv signing out.